Good morning, Internet. Oh wait, that's someone else. Hey, it's Dave from Bullpen Cycles, and we are 1,250 miles from our home base in Florida. We are just west of Chicago. I drove through Chicago last night, and oh darn, I wanted to stop for the riots, but I couldn't. So we are on our way to Madison, Wisconsin to meet with Don Fruth. And you know, I'm getting something. Now, Don was building car engine motorcycles long before there was Boss Hoss, before there was ecstasy trikes. He was hand building them in his basement. And not with the pro shops, not with the aftermarket frames. This isn't Orange County choppers. He didn't have a Paco frame. Everything on his bikes are hand done. And I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to get it. We're gonna talk to him. He's in his 80s now, so part of my goal here is to preserve the story, the history.
In 1,000 feet, your destination will be on the right.
I also have this same.
That's your poster.
Yeah, but I have one that's downstairs. I'll show you that later. This same thing, only it's a 4 foot tall, 3 foot wide, 4 foot tall poster. It says of all this.
So the poster maybe tells the story better than I can. It's by Doug Begley, Northwest Herald correspondent, dated December 2005. Don Fruth is not your everyday motorcycle builder picking custom production parts from shelves to throw together in yet another variation of the Harley-Davidson chopper mantra. I'm going to move on. 7 years in design and construction with another 2 years to debug, Fruth's Dodge-powered, hand-fabricated creation is likely the only one of the kind in the world. Fruth's nirvana on this bike concept was reached while he was shopping the junkyards for a Chrysler Hemi engine, when he stumbled over a front-drive Dodge Shelby GT, a humble little four-door sedan noted for its embarrassing ability to outrun Shelby's own legendary Mustang GT 350 on a racetrack. Curiosity made Fruth look under the hood. He noticed the 2.2-liter four-cylinder engine and transaxle unit was nearly compact enough to shoehorn into a motorcycle frame. And thereon, that was the birth of it. Yet the main example of determination is the transmission. He wanted to keep the Dodge Omni's GT 4-speed manual transaxle, despite knowing that automotive clutches and shift patterns are diametrically opposed to the requirements of a motorcycle, which needs clutch pressures low enough to squeeze with one hand and a simple inline shifter that can be tapped into the next gear with one foot. But victory was reached. It takes about 20 pounds on the lever to start it, then only about 5 pounds to pull it the rest of the way and hold it. Getting a spring-loaded H pattern on a manual shifter stud to be operable solely by foot was the toughest challenge. I won't read the whole thing, but I will transcribe it into the comments. A couple of questions. First, I want to just walk around this. This is really incredible.
We've got some of the pictures of it here.
I'm just taking it in. There's your hand shift.
No,
That's not a hand shift?
no,
What is it?
reverse.
Oh, that's for reverse.
And you know why it's up there like that? So you can do it with, so you can shift it with your knee. I'll show you. I'm trying to get on it while it's on the stand. It's a little difficult. But once you get. Okay. Now, if you have to back it up to reverse, you would have to put it. I haven't practiced at this in a while. I haven't been on it in so long. You can't get into that track unless you push this with your knee.
Uh-huh.
And then that gets you into push it with your knee.
Oh, look at that.
To get that go in and then push down with the lever to move it into gear. And then you can let go. You don't have to hold that in all the while. You just have to do it to get to the gear.
Right.
It's the only reason that you have that. And
So how do you, is it an inline pattern or an H pattern? How do you do it with, just to go from first to second?
you see the really small print up here?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's an H pattern?
Yeah.
So
This, to get into first gear, see where my heel is back here?
yeah.
You push down on that. That pushes this, gets this up into the first and second gear track.
Uh-huh.
That just gets you, all you have to do to get there, and you have to push your heel back here,
So you need big boots.
and to get you to, that gets you to first gear. Then you don't have to use the heel part.
To
That
get to
just
second, right.
change gear, and then that to get you into second gear, and then when you come down to, well, it already changed.
Yeah, I see it because that's its
I didn't-
default.
I didn't have it. No, I haven't driven it in 2 years.
Yeah.
It's been parked in the house there.
Let me walk around it. And here's your,
Okay, that's first gear, and then second gear you just shift it fast. It won't change tracks. You go from first to second.
yeah, I saw that. Okay, I'm not cutting you off. And then you can drop it into third because you're there.
There, and
then you need your heel to go back into first or second.
or second.
Yeah.
First or second, you have to use the track.
And what is this?
That is unused. That's the reverse light.
Oh, the backup light. Oh,
That would be a backup light.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't use that. This, you know what a Harley mousetrap is?
Yes.
This does the same function as a mousetrap. I had a Harley mousetrap, but the configuration is turned. It would have had to have been sticking way out sideways, and it would have, so I made my own mousetrap. Does the same function as the regular mousetrap does, only it works a car clutch instead of a foot clutch. And
Well, what is this breather hose that looks like it has some oil in it? Oh, that's actual oil line.
that's the oil.
I see it. I see it.
Transmission oil level.
All right.
That's the transmission oil level. And Now, once you, like you said, practice with it. Once you practice shifting with it, that's how I had to do it. I had to try it and make different. I made all this. This is fat bob tanks,
Right.
and they're actually two pieces. I made this whole thing. This is all. You can't tell it because of the body putty, but these are all separate pieces, all welded together to conform this in its rough shape. And then I glazed just a glazing putty and put it over to build a contour of it.
This is amazing. So this is the extra fuel tank under here?
Yes, that's I've never used it. They're let me get from the other side.
You have is it like a pump that pumps it up to the main tank?
Yes, there's a fuel pump on it. The fuel pump is down here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Is back down here. And,
Wow.
on the other side, let's see.
And what does that knob do? Does that turn it on?
It's the you can adjust the pressure.
Okay. All right.
The amount of pressure that,
Right.
that the fuel pump puts out.
Right. You don't need much because you're carbureted. You're not fuel injected.
Right.
So now this is a Shelby GLH turbo motor, but you took the turbo off
And
and put these dual Webers on.
put dual Webers. I bought the dual. So it was a dual Weber kit, but this motor in its stock configuration tilts back. It's
Okay.
It's at an angle about like this. I rotated it this way and checked to make sure that everything would everything would work that way. And I got baffles in the oil pan to so the oil doesn't fly up against the crank.
Right.
And
So you had to change the angle of your intakes to keep your carb level.
I cut these off and cut a V off of it, and because it was the carburetors would have been slanting like this because the whole motor was tipped back like that. So this was a racing conversion kit for these motors. This is a Dodge motor. And anyway, so it would slant like that. So I had to cut it off, cut this in half, and then cut a V off of one side and rotate it up so it weld it all back together again
You did it in this garage or in your basement?
in my basement.
Wow.
We'll be going down there.
That must have been tough to get in and out of the basement.
In and out? No, that's
Just out.
Once.
Yeah, okay.
Just out.
So I want to look at this exhaust header. This is amazing.
Yeah,
So
I made all this. These are all stainless steel tubing.
uh-huh.
And they will, after a while, they will discolor, and you take chrome polish, and it's just like waxing.
Right.
You don't have to do any severe rubbing on it. And then I built. This is a baffled muffler. Goes all the way across there. It goes 4 into 4.
Wow.
4
into 4. Oh, so yeah.
4 into 4.
Wow.
And that makes it quiet. And it is quiet. It's like a car. This part back here from the other side is a tool kit.
Okay. Oh, I see. It opens up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, did you ever run it with a passenger? I know you. Did you
My
really?
wife.
Get out!
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, sure. I didn't drive it around. I drove it 2 shows. I drove it to
Okay.
Illinois, right outside Chicago. There was a show there, and that's where they made the guy, he did the article and posted it in a magazine, and I blew it up.
So, how many bikes did you build in your lifetime?
I don't know how many of them.
When was this finished? About what year?
This was finished in 2002, I think.
When did you build your first bike? Was it 62? I mean, that's a 62 Buick in your Buick bike.
I'll be 82 in a couple.
It'll be 81.
81. I'll be 80. I'll be 81. And I built my first one when I was 14.
Oh my gosh. So
I built not the full-size motorcycle.
Right.
I built mini bikes. I built. I just lived in an apartment. I didn't have a place to put a go-kart.
So I have your one Moto Guzzi. You built two Moto Guzzis.
Two
Moto Guzzi choppers.
Moto Guzzi.
Yeah.
Two versions of it.
Oh, it was only the same bike, just two versions of it.
No, the same motor.
Oh.
I kept the same motor. Another guy, a friend of mine, had wrecked a Moto Guzzi, got in an accident, and they hauled it to Harley Davidson. Well, he got paid for the total bike. He was going to restore it. He never did.
Yeah, no, I
It
understand.
was outside. I didn't realize it. But
This is amazing.
okay, what else did you want?
We were, I forget where we were. We talked about the Guzzi and that you had built the Buick bike
Yeah, I built the Buick.
and you were riding that,
Yeah.
and your wife was riding the Guzzi for a while.
Yeah, we used to ride. We'd go on rides together, and I belonged to a motorcycle club, a local motorcycle club.
And that club, I forget the name of that.
Capital City Riders.
Capital City Riders. Is that a riding club?
Yeah. And it's a riding club.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of that.
Well, they're all like that.
He built a bike on that. There's a table.
Okay.
Table and a stand that the bike is built on. Up
Is
here,
there?
These are
Can,
these are hooked to the chassis of the house.
so that's the Dodge. Is that the same picture that's hanging up at your clubhouse? You said you had this. You said you had a picture of the Dodge bike at the clubhouse. Is it the
That's
same
the
picture?
No, that is the picture.
Oh, that is the picture. Okay. And that's the Buick bike?
Yeah. That's the Buick bike. That's the one I got. I found it on the website.
Yeah, it was at Meekum in January. I missed it by a day. And that's when I called you.
And Meekum, I think that's where.
Yeah, that's where it was. It was at an auction site. And that's a panhead. Do you know how old you were in that picture?
Yeah. Maybe I was in my early 20s, 22, 21.
And did you build that V-Rod trike?
Yeah. No, not that one.
That was a different one. Yeah, that's the
V-Rod.
V-Rod that you built there.
Yeah.
And that's your club colors.
Yeah. And that little small picture up there. See the trike is there, and the
Oh, that trike.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one.
And is this also the Buick bike? It has a.
No, that was another version.
Oh, it's another version of it.
Yeah, there was.
Okay, because the frame is different and the gas tank is different.
Yeah. No, that's all. Well, they were all homemade. I made two of them that look like that. That was a hardtail version, and I made another one. That's not a V8. That's a V6.
Oh, okay.
That's a Buick V6.
Do you know what happened to that bike?
Yeah.
What? Oh, you took it apart?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I took that one apart, and there was the one with rear suspension on it. Looked just about the same.
That must have run pretty hard with the hardtail, huh?
No, because it had a great big tire on it.
Okay. So now I'm looking at this because this has got suspension on it. Okay.
Building the bike, when I was building it here in the basement.
Oh, that's it.
That's the Buick bike.
And that's in here.
That's the one that's up on the.
Yeah, but that's this basement or a different basement?
No, same basement.
That's here.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Oh, and here's
Oh, that was just.
a version of the Guzzi.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, this is easy. That's easy.
Yeah. That's why it's so large.
I thought it was going to be hard. Once you get it started, it goes easy. So we have to
That's what he meant, the fingers don't
we have to unclamp.
No, we have to take the clamps out.
So Don, you made this whole frame and everything? Right back here just in case?
One down.
I can't get on.
Side stand. So that's why you're sitting on it, because there's no side stand.
Right. Oh, the other side.
There's a kickstand.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, it's right over there.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to drop.
There it is. You just popped it down.
All right, go vroom, vroom.
Now, do you want this down?
That works really nicely.
How do you figure all this out on it?
Well, that's a good.
So you're going in the middle of that trailer, but a little bit to the right. You'll see where there's a wheel chuck.
This is going to be interesting, huh? Get your kickstands up, Don.
Yeah, I know.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
Is there 2 horsepower?
Yeah.
2 horsepower.
All right, put it down.